A life of thanksgiving. I do not cease to give thanks for you, remembering you in my prayers. Ephesians chapter 1 verse 16, the English Standard Version. Come, let us sing for joy to the Lord. Let us shout aloud to the rock of our salvation. Let us come before him with thanksgiving and extol him with music and song. Psalm number 95 verses 1 and 2. The evangelist Billy Graham explained, a spirit of thankfulness is one of the most distinctive marks of a Christian whose heart is attuned to the Lord. Thank God in the midst of trials and every persecution. Very often, when most persons pray, believers or non-believers, it is popularly prayers of supplication mixed with a little adoration, asking God to provide something and saying nice things about God in the process. What most fail to realize is saying thanks to God and asking God for nothing can be a transformative experience. Prayer of thanksgiving can make a notable difference in the lives of those prayed for and the ones who prayed. Giving thanks to God can help redirect the believer's focus and transform their concept about life. When believers go to God in prayers of thanksgiving, offering gratitude to God, they shift the focus from their problems to God, the giver and sustainer of life, who can provide even without being asked. Each believer should consider adopting this simple shift in mindset, especially when hardships are encountered. Notice in the text for today, Ephesians chapter 1 verse 16, the Apostle Paul's prayers for the believers in Ephesus were continuous. However, he was deliberate in noting that he remembers them with thanksgiving. Paul's prayer for the Ephesians is similar to his prayers captured in other letters. However, the fact that this prayer follows an extended note about God's spiritual blessing towards believers, evident in Ephesians chapter 1 verses 3 through to 14, may suggest that the Apostle Paul considers the Ephesian church to be more spiritually mature than other congregations. Do not lose sight of the fact that the Apostle Paul does not complain or scold or address any controversies in this prayer of thanksgiving for the church at Ephesus. This may indicate the church lacked some of the dysfunctions he addresses in letters to other churches, like in his letter to the church at Corinth in 1 Corinthians. To the church at Ephesus, the Apostle Paul maintained focus on God and God's glory before considering necessary areas of teaching. Believers, therefore, need to make it a lifestyle to respond to every situation with prayer of thanksgiving. The Apostle Paul teaches us that a prayer life filled with thanksgiving is the avenue to a peaceful heart and mind. Life for most of us is stressful, but prayer of thanksgiving is a wonderful invitation and an excellent way for believers to trade worries for peace and a stress-free life. Lord, may we be quick to give you thanks in prayer rather than the many problems we often complain about. You are still all knowledgeable and all powerful. You are well aware of our struggles, which are for our spiritual maturity. Amen. You have been listening to Morning Manna with Reverend Bonnie EBW Smith, Superintendent of the Moravian Church Antigua Conference and Minister of Christian Education. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. God bless you.